Caught it too thick, bringing that red down the table. Oh, what's the damage? Does it go to this right corner? I think it does. One good shot here from Li Hang. Yeah, good shot. Now, what a chance to take a 3-1 lead. Oh, big moments these for Li Hang, and he knows it. So we'll be pumping.
4, 5.
It's just his second ranking semi-final, 3 years after his first in Guangzhou, the China Championship. That was another week when he collected a number of big-name scouts, the likes of Neil Robertson, Matthew Stevens, Mark Williams, among his victims.
12. 18. 19. 25. 26.
No, important. He gets high on the pink
32.
here.
33.
Oh, that's too high. And not high enough for the blue. He's the wrong side of the blue to get to the red, so if he takes the pink, a lot of pressure on this shot. Now, he'll be kicking himself leaving this pink, but he's got to get that thought out of his mind. Nicely played. Very nicely played.
40.
He did, but he's potted a pink.
He looks like he's enjoying himself,
48.
and it's paying off. Yeah, so Sullivan
51.
was first in this frame. Corner, I should say. Either way, it was an error that wasn't expected.
55.
Were costly for the world champion.
60.
And Lee really is playing with a fluency for which he's not familiar.
66.
What a time to produce your best snooker. What an entertaining quartet of frames that was, and Li Hang thoroughly deserves to be in front. And he leads the world champion 3-1.
That's the new tip, and another beauty from Li Hang, digging that red out and finding the gap between the reds. That's a real confident shot he's played there. Can he put a lot of right-hand side on the cue ball, going to the reds? Yeah, loads of side. The red next to the pink may go. No, doesn't go.
96.
Yeah, very nearly caught that angle and left a red on. He holds his hands up. Oh, so is O'Sullivan with that shot. He didn't play the red in off the red like that, and he's finished up absolutely plumb on the green. The best positional shot, played for the red just above the pink spot. But this will do nicely.
5.
His confidence isn't sky high at the moment.
20. 21. 26. 27. 27.
Again, didn't quite get into the cue ball as he wanted. And everything hard work at the moment for O'Sullivan. The cannon didn't go according to plan. Needs to miss the brown. Again, not going according to plan. He can play the snooker in behind the brown, but he's taking it on. Good pot. Oh, deserved better. So still in trouble. This red to the middle tough. Everything there if he misses. Now, well, he's definitely left one to the left corner. So he's in Lee hands. Confident pot.
7.
And to believe in your own game and your own ability, and that's what Lee Hang has been very effective at doing so far today.
Well, may have to play this with the rest unless he takes the blue. Struck it well, too well. He's going to need the rest again. Six out of 6.
Twenty-one. 22. 29. 30.
Anything but straight.
Never quite got prime position throughout the break he made. Finished on 39.
Couldn't get close to the red. Not ideal. 7 out of 7. The rest.
41. 44.
More than one way of winning a match. And I'm sure Ronnie O'Sullivan is a little surprised by just how fluent his opponent has been. He has played superbly.
Yeah, this was a break that was there, but the other one that he made, one of the earlier frames where there was 4 or 5 reds on cushions,
59.
that was special. That had to be got, and he's got them.
56 in the frame.
Brilliant stuff again from Lee Hang. A clearance of 66 to go with the other 4 half-centuries he's made today as he extends his lead over Ronnie O'Sullivan. 4-1. For Ronnie O'Sullivan, he needs to find something pretty quickly. The one frame he did win was with a century, but aside from that, he's been largely frozen out, although he was in first in the previous frame.
Yeah, that's the point. He's had chances, hasn't he? He can't afford to let Lee Hang get to 5 frames. Well, it's a little hard, the cue ball. Don't think he was on the black anyway. Now, does the red pass those reds into the right corner?
15 minutes a frame, roughly. Most would have thought, well, if it's a game like that, O'Sullivan wins fairly handsomely.
1.
Not so. Not at the moment, anyway.
That was a poor shot from O'Sullivan. Should have been low on the black if he misses the red. So Lee Hang straight back in again. Has to go back up for the blue. That's a good red to play for. It's good
13.
thinking that by Lee Hang.
14. 21. 22.
And that's about as bad as it could have gone. With a tricky little
29.
cut back here. Should get it.
Thirty. $37. 38.
Now I've got to try and leave an angle this time to go
43.
into the pack of reds. Try and win the frame at this visit.
44.
Well, it was a good split, but I don't think he's on one. Not an easy one anyway. Don't think he's going to play that.
Lee Hang, 49.
And not the best safety shot, making contact with the green. And lots of pressure on the shot. That's a great shot. That really is a great shot. Now, he could go into them, but he needs to get his arm going a little bit. And that's worked out nicely.
6.
Now, they're all there for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That was his first successful long pot.
7.
1 out of 6 for O'Sullivan today.
Oh, again, poor positional shot for the blue. Not this time. Pink will go into that right corner.
13.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's great strength is it doesn't matter if he's behind or in front. I don't even think he looks at the scoreboard, he just pots the balls.
At the World Championship, he was behind 7-2 down to Mark Williams at one stage, and of course against Mark Selby, 2 down with 3 to play.
28.
By most as the game's greatest ever front runner, proving in more recent times that he can win from behind too. And what a great red it was to get in with.
And what a great shot that was, bringing that safe red off the cushion. Staying on this red.
36.
Lee Hang thinking that this frame's over, and he's pulled the frame
42.
back. He was within a whisker of going 5-1. If he goes, he's gone into the reds and finished up on nothing. Had to play a safety, but it wasn't a good one. And that's how Sullivan's in. So that black takes him into the lead.
50. $51.
It's down to up to including the blue.
$57.
And been spot on with his
59.
positional play, which says good things about his tip.
62.
Lee was unlucky.
66.
Could easily have been straightforward red in going into the bunch. 4-2, and this match has a
71.
rather different look.
Well, he has a little smile to himself then, because that blue wobbled.
77. 84 on the frame. Ronnie
And
O'Sullivan.
his second significant break of the afternoon has closed the gap to 2 frames.
Red going over that corner. Anxious looks from O'Sullivan, but I feel sure he'll be able to swerve this. And if he can see it, the black's available. Cushion first, nice and gently. Is that too hard?
1.
It's absolutely perfect.
$8.
Doesn't want to be straight. to get to the next red.
Nine.
Can't risk playing for the pink.
17.
Well, that's okay. He's on this red to the right corner.
20.
Well, he's not. There's confirmation. So needs a good recovery here. And that's
21.
not as good as he wanted. It's a good pot, but didn't really get hold of the cue ball. Lots of pressure on this. Nicely done.
28.
Concentrated everything on the black. So back down for the green.
29.
Totally outscoring Ronnie O'Sullivan at this moment in time.
32. 33.
Doesn't need to play the cannon to that red above the black. But he's played it. But again, not ideal on the next red.
38.
He could have just dropped the black in and played one of those two reds nearest the right side cushion. So that was a great chance for him there. He was nicely on the pink, and he's annoyed with himself. He didn't need to play the cannon last shot. So,
1.
Sullivan with his chance now. Difficult table with that red going safe above the middle pocket. Pink not easy, so a lot of work to do, but maybe a chance to get right back in the game. He potted the black bad, and that's why he's not on this red. Very nearly missed the black there.
8.
Very, very good recovery shot though. Pressure just doesn't seem to affect him. Now, can you bring that red on the side cushion into play?
16. 17.
Well, you wouldn't want to leave yourself this black, would you? But that's what he's played. Another very good recovery shot. The red next to the pink will go to this right corner pocket.
24.
(4-3) and O'Sullivan right back in the match, and the world champion being 3 down with 4 to play.
Well, that was another good recovery from O'Sullivan, the red previous.
32.
Had a good chance, but I felt he played the wrong shot when he played the cannon.
Which left him badly hampered on the red.
33.
I did say he didn't have to play the cannon. He could have just dropped it in for 2 reds to the right corner.
40.
Needs to be able to get to that
41.
red by the pink, and that looks to be okay. Excellent positional shot.
48.
Really was.
49.
Tried to leave an angle on the red to be able to give that red a nudge towards the baulk corner. Can he
56.
see the red? And even if he can't, it's tough. Oh,
57.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a response from O'Sullivan when he had to do it. He's still got work to do. He's got a great chance now.
And it looks like being a frame winner for O'Sullivan.
60.
He only needs this yellow.
Yeah, what a break this has been. Really has, I mean, very special. 2 reds on the cushions and tough blacks he had to play. Oh, he's got a right kick there, but the green has still gone in.
65.
Well, there doesn't seem to be too much wrong with tip number 4 based on this break.
69.
An absolutely crucial one at a pivotal moment in the semi-final. Lee Hang was in, left himself hampered on the awkward red. He could have opted not to play the cannon, but what a break from O'Sullivan to get himself right back in the match.
80. 87.
This
in the
match
frame.
is right back in the balance now. A great clearance from Ronnie O'Sullivan of 87.
Not far away in either pocket. Now, as he left it to the baulk corner, anxious looks from O'Sullivan, and I think he has.
One. Six. Seven. 14.
In the frame before last, very tough red he was
50.
left with into the left centre pocket when he was on 40 before that superb counter-attack from O'Sullivan, and that was another very positive shot.
It really was a positive shot because, as you can see, he had reds
23.
that he could play for.
Whether he can still win the match remains to be seen.
30. 31. 37. 38.
'Rest shot number 10
43.
coming up. 9 out of 9 so far.
44.
Now, decision to make. He could play for the red to the right middle, but it's an opportunity to go into them. And that's what he's took, an opportunity. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
44. 7.
He wasn't on a red,
O'Sullivan.
but that's so unfortunate to have knocked it in. He could so easily have been on an easy red. Took them well, though. Oh, how do you pop those in the middle at that speed? Looking at that red I was talking about, to the right middle. All thoughts
8.
of tip out of his mind at the moment.
9.
He got in with that great long red into the left corner, and since then, looked a different player.
16.
Again, inch perfect there with his positional play.
17.
Oh, he's knocked a red safe. But he had to concentrate everything on the pot there.
23. 24.
Now, if he can leave an angle on the pink, off that red behind the pink. Wait for it. That's
Ronnie
just
O'Sullivan,
concentration.
24.
The third black today that he's missed off its spot. The first two were very expensive. First two frames.
1.
Lee Hang trying to leave that angle I was talking about on the pink to get that safe red in play, which he needs. Oh, I thought he had the angle to bring that red into play there.
7.
Why didn't he try and move it from the pink? 20 points the difference he needs. That safe red. Well, he's missed the red, but
7.
I thought he had a good chance when he was on the pink before. Will he get another one?
1.
And you know, he's dropped absolutely perfectly onto the pink here. Don't think he played the double there. Red round the angles, I think it was, but he's finished up potting it. And another very good positional shot there from O'Sullivan. And maybe
7.
a little unfortunate if he's straight on the red. This is the double. Wow, he's powered
8.
that one in. Now, can he get to the yellow from the green? Yes, he can. Oh, it just dropped in. Look at his reaction.
11.
He wasn't sure.
He thought that was wide.
He had his chances there,
13.
Lee Hang, but he needed that red on the cushion. I just don't get the shot that he
16.
played.
And he's nearly missed that one too, off the jaw. Blue and pink needed.
20. 25. 31. 38 in the frame.
We started
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
as a best of 11 frame match for a place in the Scottish Open final. We're now down to the best of 3. It's 4-all.
This is the double. Will he get another one?
1.
So, what an important red this is. Pressure on it though. Well played. Good pot.
1.
He wants that cue ball to stop though. It needs to stop. Easy enough to play the snooker, but the green. Chance to keep the break going. Well, is he on one? Well, if he's not on one there, he's so unfortunate again. What an attacking shot he played there. Very unfortunate there for Lee Hang.
O'Sullivan has started to play a lot better in the second half of this match.
That again was a very, very tough safety shot that O'Sullivan attempted there and got. Another beauty. Well,
1.
now is he going to get fortunate this time? Well, the answer is no.
That's 8 out of 11 from long range today for Lee Hang. Compare that with O'Sullivan, who's 2 from 9.
Well, that's why he's competing so well. He's made 5 breaks over 50 and 3 40s. Another good recovery.
5. $12.
It's gone into them again. He's ruined the black. And he's not
17.
on an easy red. Got to hit the right one at the right speed. Good recovery.
18.
But again, not on a colour. That was just in case. So, easy snooker.
Foul.
Oh dear.
Lee
Oh
Hang, 18.
dear.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. Free ball.
I don't get why you have to be so close, because the snooker is the snooker. Well, that's the worst thing you could have done. Bring the black into play. And again, frustration there from Lee Hang.
Very out of character with the way he's played to this point, but the frustration is clearly growing for Lee, who's seen that handsome lead whittled away to nothing.
1.
He's got the black over the pocket, and if he lands on a red from this black, again, you would fancy Ronnie O'Sullivan to win the frame here. Although the nerves are beginning to tell, but not so far on Ronnie O'Sullivan. Could play up for the
8.
blue from this red unless he can get to the black.
9. $14. 15.
He didn't look. Tell me when it's over.
He's probably also thinking, what did I just do? Frustrated, of course, in failing to lay the snooker.
Yeah, if he'd have just to give it some thought. You know, thought like a top player.
22.
You know, a top player would have tried to land up to those
23.
two reds by the black, left the black where it was. I can understand his frustration because he's been into the pack 2 or 3 times. Not finished on one, but it can all change in a couple of shots.
30.
O'Sullivan is vastly experienced in that regard, playing his 78th ranking semi-final. This is Lee's
31.
second.
Pink will probably go onto the yellow spot if it doesn't spot. And it suits O'Sullivan if it doesn't spot.
37.
Makes the red easier.
$38.
And that tip is doing its job.
Looks like fourth time
45.
lucky, doesn't it?
46. $53. 54.
For his fourth straight frame. What a turnaround.
Well, it is. It's been helped in this frame by
61.
Lee Hang.
62.
And that certainly sets the seal on this frame.
Didn't want Lee coming back to the table here and messing about for
67.
snookers and giving himself a chance to settle down. You know, he needed to finish
68.
them all off. And that's just what he's done.
Once again showing he's more than capable of coming from
75.
behind.
No, it was Lee's frustration, wasn't it, when he was snookered?
78.
I bet he wishes he'd have that shot
82.
back again.
87.
So enough for his second century.
93.
Ronnie O'Sullivan hitting the front for the first time. No century, but the black is irrelevant. The most important thing is that O'Sullivan's won 4 on the spin now and is 1 away at 5-4.
Now, what's the damage? Oh, that little flick on the red stopped O'Sullivan potting that red. Now, will he take on this long red? His long potting hasn't been good up to press. Just 2 out of 9. Make that 3 out of 10. Just when he needed it most, he knocks one in.
It's not necessarily how many you get, is it? It's when you get them.
Good point.
6.
A good red to play for that, because that clears the black spot area.
14.
Lee Hang, when he was leading 4-1, he was on a 49 break.
15.
And he went into the pack of reds. He didn't finish on one. O'Sullivan knocked in an 84.
22.
And it was a great long red to get in, having been largely frozen out.
23.
Now, will he go into them here? Got to go into them with a little bit of screw, get the cue ball away from the reds. Didn't have any screw on it, but he's still on this red.
30.
A little more awkward than he wanted. Just needs to drop it in.
31.
Or he could play a little cannon to the red above him, to the right of the black. Is he on one? Didn't get the cannon to the red that I was talking about. But still unlucky if he's not on a red. The middle. Oh, wonderful shot.
39.
Played it with some safety in mind. Now then, don't forget to reach the colour. Oh,
39.
my, oh my. What a touch. That was very close to not reaching.
Foul.
Well,
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
will it go back? Will it go back?
Lee Hang has been a picture of calm for the lion's share of this afternoon's semi-final, but that's no longer the case.
Well, the red goes.
1.
And you would think that's all he needs now. He just got a little bit frustrated with the bad running he's had, Lee Hang. He should be proud of himself. Up until not reaching the yellow, he was in full control of his emotions.
7.
Just a little heavy.
13.
Nicely played. Lots of right-hand side on the cue ball to find that gap. It'd have been okay if it had got the cannon as well.
21.
And this black, and he's going to be in the final, barring snookers.
Well, you're right, Lee Hang has got a lot to be
28.
proud of in this tournament, knocking out the world #1 Judd Trump, who was beginning to look unbeatable in the home nations. And had he gone 5-1 up, as he easily could have done with a better split on the reds, from a very unpromising 4-1 down with a 5-frame blitz, of course will be disappointed he couldn't convert that 3-frame advantage he had. And he played a really attacking and refreshing brand of snooker, but the 6 times world champion has the last word.
when Lee Han went into that pack of reds. That made all the difference. But full credit to O'Sullivan. He stepped up when he needed to.
$59.
Far away.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 59, frame, and the match.
It is a 55th ranking final appearance for Ronnie O'Sullivan and a first in the Scottish Open. He's one match away from his 38th ranking title. He's won an absolute cracker against Lee Han from behind, 6-4.